Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am going to do a speed build in The Sims 4. We are editing Willow Creek's gym. I'm super excited and I hope everyone likes it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't and enjoy the video. I am pre-apologizing for all of the background noise. I ended up editing this and you can hear absolutely everything. I'm so sorry, but here we go. So here we are editing the gym in the base game. I'm sort of just looking around and realizing I just need to delete everything. And you'll see in a minute I'm struggling a lot. I haven't rebuilt anything in The Sims for a very long time. And it was fun though, and I want to continue to redo all of the base game items, stores and restaurants and buildings. I think it'll be fun. I'll put them up in the shop for everyone to download once I finish. You can see I'm struggling here again, trying to figure out what they used for the roofs. I eventually figure it out later. And I just sort of move on. I didn't like that they had two balconies. I thought that was kind of weird for a gym. Also, the balconies didn't really do anything. They were just sort of weird in there. I like the idea of full windows and an open concept, especially when you're going to a gym. Kind of get that idea of being able to see in and being able to see people work out, I think really helps. And I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the inside as well. And I was sort of thinking, oh, there's a gym, so it should have a private room for like classes and maybe like a little cafe area. And then be separated kind of like that. I wanted the classroom area to be completely visible. I thought that would be kind of cool, being able to look in on maybe like a yoga class or like a spin class, but I did end up doing a spin class. They don't have anything like that. Trying to get the idea of like having a full wall of mirrors so you can watch yourself, kind of like a dance studio. I was also playing with the idea of like whites and blues to kind of break up the space a little bit, and then putting that throughout the entire building, sort of as like a unifying theme. This building was very not well done. The base games, they're always so simple and they don't really do much. I kind of wanted the lighting to be like a dance studio kind of feel in this room. I really struggled with this room for a little bit, but I think it turned out really good in the end. The idea of like a little yoga studio with a couple of mats, and then you can see the Sims working out while they have the yoga instructor in front. I ended up going with light wood, like kind of gymnasium floors. It screams gym. It screams gym to me. We changed everything to kind of be more of like a nice uniform color. Like it's not uniform because it's, yellows and blues and teals and stuff, but it kind of feels a little bit more uniform. At this point, I'm trying to make almost like a smoothie area / cafe kind of thing, where you can come and get your smoothies, come and get some food. I was really having a hard time finding, like the cafe thing from all the other cafes that you see. I eventually did figure it out, but at first I ended up going with this lunch thing and I wasn't happy with it, but it sort of got the idea across. Yeah, there's me placing that. It's like has drinks and cafe food. And it wasn't quite what I was looking for, but it fit for the time until I could figure out what I was actually doing. Then I was trying to put in some seating so you could eat some stuff. I wanted to feel comfortable and cozy, but at the same exact time, sort of keep that industrial gym feel. I don't think I accomplished that. I still think it looks a little bit too cafe, but I love that feel. So it's what ended up happening. At this point, I'm just sort of changing the wall colors, trying to figure out what I'm doing. I wanted to make a big area for treadmills because I feel like gyms in real life always have those massive treadmill areas with that huge screen TV. So this is when I finally figured out where the cafe stuff was. Then I started adding in the background, the boards. I really struggled with the background of this. I ended up switching out things a lot until I sort of figured out what I was doing. I like a lot of greenery and I like things to feel homey and full and comfortable. And I was really struggling with that here. Once I changed out the coffee station, it came together a little easier. Everything sort of started to fall into place and feel more comfortable to me. Adding in those little details. I wanted to add a cash register, but apparently you can't. At this point, I was playing around with the actual gym equipment, trying to figure out a comfortable way to place it to make it feel like a real gym. So when you come in, you feel like you actually have a choice in what you want to do. It's so limited, but at the same exact time, I wanted to feel like it wasn't. I ended up changing out these lights later for the tinier ones. The big ones bugged me. I wanted to find either a light that could go on top or like a bar that could go in the middle. But nothing quite fit right. And then I wanted a partition so that when you're running, you feel like people aren't staring at you. I don't know. I was just sort of trying to come up with stuff and trying to make it feel comfortable. I was thinking of like my experiences at the gym. At this point, I decided to change the blue color. I kept the teal in the cafe because I felt like it fit. Oh, yeah, in the cafe area because I felt like it fit. But I ended up changing it to blue in the rest of the gym, the darker blue. Once I got upstairs, I struggled big time. This was a big space. I felt like I put everything else into it. And so I just started moving on to the porch area. And I wanted to make it like just like a little comfortable seating area. for you to like bring your coffee up there or your smoothie and chat and hang out. I also kind of ended up unifying the whole building with those blue columns. This is when I finally figured out what they used for the roofs, and I ended up changing all of it and making it blue to match the rest of the building. I think it looks a lot better like that. Adding in the blue columns, adding in some trim, making it feel like a real little seating area. At this point, I went back and started decorating. Like I said, I love greenery, so I wanted to add some green stuff, make it feel a little bit more comfortable and homey. I think it turned out really nice, especially downstairs at the bottom. I was like, where can I add more green? Just trying to add it everywhere. It's the little touches that make it feel more real. Trying to make this wall feel less blank, I ended up going with just a slatted wall, which I think looks really good. Oh, and then I ended up adding in those bars, so it was more like a dance room, which I think really completed the look of a private workout station or like a private workout room. So trying to add lights to the top. I had to give up. They just would not work. I added in some concrete. I thought it like was a nice way to separate the boxing area, almost like, you know, like a weightlifting area, but we don't have weights, so it ended up being boxing instead. I think that turned out really nice. Kind of really gave it that separation between those two areas without cluttering it with walls and stuff. I tried making my own wall slats and I just did not like them. Tried a few different things and then I just ended up going with the base game ones. Or the game ones instead of making my own. Now I'm starting to work on the outside. I want it to feel, you know, like nice and like a little downtown. Out here, it was a lot bigger of a space than I realized. And I had a hard time with it. You know, building isn't really my forte, but I do enjoy it. And I hope everyone likes how this turned out. And I had a lot of fun with it, but it's hard for me. I really struggled with this, but I really like in the end that it felt comfortable. So I ended up making like a little seating area. I was trying to find the fence that matched that gate. I ended up going with something a little fancier. It's a little fancy on the outside. But in the end, I think it works in its own little way. That's when I realized how big the outside was. When I put down those benches, I was like, oh, this is a lot of space. What am I going to do with all this space? Sort of panicking inside. Like, this is going to look so bare. But I think I did a pretty decent job filling it in. Trying to find like little things. I wanted to find some like really nice trees. I ended up going with birch trees in the end. I think they look beautiful. I love birch trees. They are some of my favorite trees to put into the sim. there'll probably be a repeat theme throughout my town. I can't help it. And then I went back and added those fences back in. But I made them little white fences instead to kind of match the rest of the theme. I can see myself struggling. How do I fill this space? Because it's a gym, you know, you're not really supposed to go outside and eat food with people. I put a little fence around the garbage. I don't know why. I just thought it looked right. I don't question what I was thinking. Copying the chairs, putting them onto the patio to make it more comfortable and a little bit more homey. At this point, I couldn't stall any longer. Had to start moving upstairs. This was the hard part. I had no idea what to put up here. I was like, you can't put more gym equipment because there's already gym equipment. I didn't want to do more of just the plain open windows. So I started thinking that maybe like a spa area. In the end, it turned out really nice. And then I also, when I started putting in the spa area, I went, oh, this is a really big space again. I forgot about speakers in the base, downstairs and upstairs, so I was adding them in there. Me trying to think of how to add in more gym stuff, but there is no more gym stuff, so that's when I saw the spa stuff and went, yeah, okay. Upstairs, it's a spa. That makes sense. And then I thought about maybe like a meditation room on the side. And it fit. It was okay. But there was already a little room downstairs that was for yoga. So the meditation room didn't really make any sense.
Stop it.
But I really wanted it to work. At some point I realized, nope. And then I saw that. And I was like, oh, well, that makes more sense to add in a sauna. So that's kind of what I ended up doing, was adding in a nice little sauna room. Because after you work out, most people like to take a sauna. Or some people like to take sauna. I don't know if most, but I do. Just trying to add like a window on top so it like kept going with the open theme. But I gave up. I ended up making it closed off instead. This way, and then I ended up making almost like a semi-room for the massage area to kind of give it some separation. I feel like you don't really like to be disturbed when you're getting a massage. Just filling it with little knickknacks to try and get that full feel. A little wall decoration, some incense going. Ended up darkening up and getting rid of the overhead light. Again, it's a massage area. You want it to be dark. You want it to be quiet and comfortable. Going downstairs, avoiding my problems of working on the upstairs, making sure that all looks good, and then coming back upstairs. Can't avoid it. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of the space. And The bathrooms. Oh, the bathrooms are atrocious. I saved those for last. I love that rug. I used to have a rug like that in real life. So then I was like, well, maybe I'll make it a seating area over here with maybe like a TV. I don't know. I was just trying to fill the space at this point. It's just such a large space. And it was not working. As you can obviously see, I'm trying to move away from it. Think about it. It's just, it doesn't look right at all. Trying to find some wall art to make it look comfortable and right, and it's just not it. I ended up finding these leaves. I really like these leaves. And start fussing. I also love those planters. Trying to make this space look full. It's failing terribly. I really like the way that looked, but it was way too cluttered, so I ended up doing something smaller like that. I think that looks really nice. Back to the struggle. Walking away. Put your dirty towels in there. Started messing around because I was just getting frustrated. Looking at weird things. Try and put on that wall. Then I thought maybe like a divider. And then my friend gave me a brilliant idea. What about a consultation office? And I'm like, yes, that's a great idea. Because what gym doesn't have a consultation office where you can talk about memberships and stuff? So I still made a seating area. But this way, I could make the seating area so much smaller, and then add in the little consultation area, and it'd be perfect. Still struggling a little bit, but it was just perfect. So eventually I got the middle room feeling correct, and I added in a little desk, had to have a rolly chair, 2 little seats for people to talk, a computer. The instant I put a computer in, every sim's going to go straight to that room because computer. Trying to find some like inspirational posters. I didn't end up finding any, but these felt like fit sort of that theme of workout. Like, this would be a great plan for you. Every desk needs tissues and a teddy bear pen. Then I was just looking at that for a while, trying to figure out what it was. Turns out it was butterflies. Found a nice rug, made it fit really comfortably. Then went back to the bathrooms that I hated so much. I went really simple with these because no one's really gonna see them anyways. They're so tiny. I just wanted them to feel comfortable. Like the rest of this, just comfortable. Just sort of fixing things up. Not really adding much, just fixing. Then I had a great idea. Why not shelves with some towels and torment myself by adding towels onto shelves in the tiniest of bathrooms. This took me a little bit. This took me way too long for what it was. But I was determined at this point. And then I said, why not add 2? Double the torment. I eventually got them in there and looking decent. And I just added some chairs, another hamper so you could leave your towels after taking a shower, some mirrors so you can look at yourself. You gotta look at yourself all the time in the gym. Changed out the door. And then at that point, it was complete. It felt great. It looked good. I felt comfortable. Well, at least I think it looks good. I hope you all think it looks good. And I think it turned out really nice. It feels very complete. And then I do a little walkthrough of it. So as we enter, we see the little cute cafe area. I think it turned out absolutely adorable. And then you come over to the gym. You got the nice little workout area. Got your boxing. Got your exercise machine thingies. Wall climbing. Tons and tons of running. Gotta do that cardio. Then we go into the private studio room. You can already see the instructor is there and ready to teach. Guess reading up on his yoga technique. I don't know. Then we come outside. I feel like the outside, even though it's a rainy day, I couldn't fix that. I tried so hard. I think the outside turned out really nice. And then we head back in and we head upstairs. Just got to take one more look at that cafe area. Head into the locker room. I struggled. The struggle was real. I mean, it's clean. You see the sparkles. It's super clean. It looks, you're never going to see it anyways. So it's not like it's really that big of a deal. Gotta look at ourselves. Mirror, wall mirrors. Head in, get your sauna on. Sauna area. I mean, it's simple little piece. Turned out nice. Walk in, get your massages. The masseuses are already there. Doing a great job. Get your nails done, your feet done. Drop off towels. And then the waiting area, it ended up being okay. And you got your little office. What did I say about a computer? If there's a computer, Sims will come. I'm just going to pretend she's the office manager. And then the little outside seating area. It just all turned out perfectly. I'm very happy with it. I hope you all like it. I enjoyed making this video so much. I hope you all enjoyed it once again. And please, as a second reminder, like and subscribe. I hope to see you all soon. Bye!